The Artist 15.6 Pro was awesome when it came out. It was literally that super budgety sort of mid-range, especially compared to Wacom prices at the time too. You basically got yourself a semi-premium tablet, and it was a great upgrade to the Artist 15.6 with that laminated screen. But it's 2023 now, and do you have better options? I could tell you confidently yes. So, let's talk about the Artist 15.6 Pro in 2023. Let's start with arguably the most important thing about a drawing tablet, the stylus. So, you could also argue that precision is one of the most important things for a stylus, pen. This pen did not have it too well. If you held the pen the same way the whole time, you weren't going to run into many issues. However, if you started to tilt your pen, you will notice that the tip of the pen does not line up with where your cursor should be. Now, you probably noticed the drawing happening in the background here. That's done on the 15.6 Pro. Now, a couple things to notice. Check out the pressure and how often I have to undo what I do. You'll notice I have a lot of lines that just get too big too fast. And why is this? Well, the pressure curve. I adjusted that pressure curve. I tried literally everything from hard to soft. I tried just adjusting the ramp in different ways. I did not get it to feel perfect, ever. So keep that in mind. That's honestly another gripe, and it's going to be very noticeable in the art going on in the background here. It's going to be especially noticeable during the line art, so keep your eye out. But hey, I can't talk all this junk about the XP Pen Artist 15.6 without saying a few good things, right? Upon using it again for this video experience, I really did miss that dial. That dial felt so good when adjusting my pen size. Granted, I have a keyboard with a dial right where my left hand is. But for some reason, it just felt so natural to have that dial built on the tablet itself. Now, as for the other buttons, if you remember from my Cintiq 16 video, I'm not really a fan of buttons too much. I feel like my keyboard is sufficient enough, and I can't just get by with 8 or 6 or whatever buttons on the tablet. I need a bit more than that. The screen is honestly the other awesome part of the 15.6 Pro. It looks great. It has a high color accuracy, and ultimately I really like it. It's so crisp, especially with that laminated screen. Now that we went over the goods and the bads for the 15.6, let's get right into your alternatives. Now, the sale going on ends October 17th on the XP Pen website, so keep that in mind. I'm going to do my best to make sure this video is still relevant, even after the sale ends, of course, so don't worry about that. So the XP Pen 15.6 Pro right now is $295.99 USD. We're talking about Eagle dollars right now. Is that good? Is that bad? Would you say that's a bad price? No, not really. But actually, yeah. Compared to the other units that I'm about to talk about, it's kind of too expensive. In the $199 range, that's when I would start considering the Artist 15.6 Pro. You got to keep in mind, the Pro was released in 2019. Since then, a lot of things have been released. For example, the Innovator 16, which is essentially just, honestly, a slight upgrade of the 15.6 Pro. You're getting about the same thing, it's just a little more recent. That was released in 2020, and that's actually $299.99 Eagle dollars. So, you're only at like a $4 or so difference, and you're already getting something more recent. You see where I'm going with this video? And then you have the Artist Pro 16 Generation 1. That's a spoiler, by the way. There's another one. We're not going to talk about it yet, though. For $359.99 Eagle dollars. Now, remember that's USD. I'm just being silly. Let me be silly. Thank you. It's an awesome value, and he has some great pen technology. That's actually when the X3 started really being talked about. In fact, I think that was the first of their tablets with it. It was a big deal. Super light activation force. It looked so nice. And this is where I think you need to start considering XP Pen. You got to get the latest in their tech. And in this case, it was when they started really learning as a company. And I really appreciate that. I love seeing companies just push their boundaries. Now, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go full cheapo mode here, just using a Google Doc, but I meant this to be a little more casual of a video, so forgive me for that. But yeah, anyway, for the Artist Pro 16 Gen 1, $360. So that's about $60 more than the previous, and you're already getting yourself a pen that is much nicer. So I could already recommend that. And we didn't even get into the latest. There's more. So let's go on with that. The Artist 16 Generation 2, not to be confused with the previous, this is a continuation of something different. This one has a lot more going on. You have your X3 stylus. Once again, you have your small activation force. By the way, I should have mentioned this. Activation force is basically how much pressure it takes for the pen to get registered. You might have noticed with cheaper screens, stylus capable screens, that you got to press a little hard in order to get a response. Well, 3 grams of activation is tiny. So that's cool. That's good to know. You might be wondering why I have a little star emoji next to the Artist 16 name over here. Well, that's because I personally do recommend this. If I was in the market for a tablet, and let's say this was out during that time, I would have got this one. This one is awesome. And look, it's $399.99. It's not even on sale. It's not on sale, and it's a good price. I'm not sponsored, by the way, if you're wondering that. I don't make any money on any of this. I'm just straight up talking because I like to talk about things that I like. I would really recommend, though, get this when it's on sale. Right now, the previous tablet is $360, so you can think about this like, oh, $40 more for essentially a slightly better tablet. That's nice, more recent. But I do understand. Don't worry about it. XP Pen has sales, I feel like, every month. And it's going to go on sale soon regardless. I can't imagine this will be the one tablet that doesn't go on sale soon. So keep your eye out for this one. And remember, it's not just XP Pen. You have Wacom, which, in this price range, the only ones you'd be considering are the Wacom 1, which are actually really nice for the price. I do recommend looking into those. I'm trying to keep this just like 16-inch XP pens, just to stay within that kind of species. But yeah, there's a lot of research to be done. Wacom has a new line of 1 by Wacom and a new Wacom 1. Honestly, it's not quite the size of these. They're in like the 13-inch and smaller range, but it is still definitely worth it to check out all these other companies. But forget all that for now. I got one more tablet to share, and that's a very, very recent one. The Artist Pro 16 Generation 2. Look, it has a star by it. I wonder what that means. Now, if I was in the market, let's say I never bought my Cintiq 16, this is the one I would buy. I kind of regret buying this now. I could have definitely held out until now to get this. It is honestly, especially for the price, very cool. So this is a 16-inch monitor with a QHD resolution. You know how cool that is? That is really nice. And I respect XP Pen so much for doing this at this price range, especially. Also, that 16 by 10 aspect ratio, that's really nice. That gives you just a little more verticality. I don't know about you all, but having a tablet that's kind of flat, you don't get too much because I'm honestly not really using the far right or the far left as much as I'm using that vertical as well. So I really appreciate that as well. Not only that, but the pen has over 16,000 levels of pressure. What the heck? Now, do we need that as artists? Probably not. No. I mean, people get by with no pressure. They'll get by with anything. Is it a nice to have? Probably not even. But the way I see it, it just shows another level of technology that they're pushing. I just love when, once again, a company shows, hey, we made a thing, we worked hard on the thing, now we made another thing, and we worked even harder on this thing, and it's very apparent that it's better. It's like, I actually can't think of anything. I was going to say classic Coke, but I don't know. Coke just, I don't even drink Coke. Forgot what I said the last minute. But this pen has an eraser, and it looks really cool, but it also has a cool little carrying case, but that's all stupid stuff. Don't even worry about that. Now I'm probably about to sound like one of those TV commercials that are trying to sell you stuff. Also included, comes with a shortcut key thing. That's a $50 value, yours free. I'm sure you're paying for it somewhere, but I just think it's really cool, because let's just consider, okay, it is a $50 value, because you can buy it separately for $50, and the tablet is $540 Eagle dollars. Now, I don't know about you all, but I draw at an angle. I don't have a protractor with me, but it looks about 45 or something like that. It's a higher angle than what the tablet stand that's built into a lot of these can do. So you will need something like my friend Pablo over here. Say hi to Pablo. Thank you. Now, just to go over, once again, let's just have a big old condensed reiteration of the entire video. I would not buy the Artist 15.6 Pro in 2022 because all these options are available and they are priced really good, right to the point of like a $6 difference to get something a little more recent. Let me double check that. Not even $4 difference. Come on, that is crazy. So I would not consider that at all. Now, if you got this far in the video and you're kind of regretting, let's say you bought a 15.6 Pro and you love it, I am happy for you. I don't want to say, oh, you better return that thing right now and get yourself something more recent for a few bucks different. That's okay. If it does what you need it to do, then it is fine. Don't worry about it. You could use it. I don't want to XP Pen Pro shame everybody, you know? I just want everyone to just know their options. I can actually confidently say, if I were to trade my XP Pen, my Cintiq 16 in, and just straight up get an Artist Pro 16 Generation 2, I would do it. Once again, I need to reiterate, please look at other artists. There are a ton of artist reviews on literally every tablet out there. The money you put in now is going to save you money later. I really found it awesome. So many of you were asking questions, not you specifically, you as in like a viewer. We're asking questions about the Cintiq and what should I do? Where do I go? What do I do? And I really like that. I personally, if you don't even watch this video and you put your question in the comments, I'd be happy to answer it. So please do that if you'd like. That's totally okay. I know it's funny to say that at the end of the video, but you know. Also, I'm so sorry. I thought this video was going to be way shorter, but what had to be said, and no regrets. Anyways, look at you watch it till the end. Thank you so much for that. Just have a good day. Catch you later. Once again, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, the replies are open. Bye.